Welcome back. Alright y'all, so we are continuing this quest of building really strong muscular legs, and this is my quad focused leg workout for the week. Just a couple exercises I'm showing in this video in particular, but this machine right here is called the pendulum squat. It is fantastic for training quads. As you can see, if you watch my knees, the amount of knee flexion that you can get on this machine is crazy. This day I did the most I've ever done on pendulum, which I have 3 25 plates on the back of the machine there. So, I mean, it's only 75 pounds total, but trust me, if you have this machine in your gym, try it out. It is so good for your quads. And I was really trying to push my reps hard. So also just remember, if you are trying to build muscle, like, you need to be training hard. You cannot just go through a set, 10, 12, however many you're doing, and feel like, oh wow, I could have done like 500 more reps. You need to push yourself hard, challenge yourself, really fight for that muscle. These are the Versa grips I was talking about in my video last time. I know I probably shouldn't be lifting my ring on, but I do. So all you do is literally just like put your hand over the like dumbbell part. Hang on. Okay, that's better. So you put your hand over, and then that part of the Versa grip goes underneath, and it literally just wraps up like that, and you grab it. So I do think Versa grips are like a lot more user-friendly than regular lifting straps, but they are pricier, but I do prefer them. All right, so here is, I think this was my 3rd set of Bulgarians on this day, and first time, pretty sure, using the 70-pound dumbbell. As you can see, I'm also using a heel wedge, and the reason for that is, again, to get into even more knee flexion. I honestly, like, watching these videos back, I could probably get even more into that knee flexion and like really focus on pushing my knee over my toe, which will just target my quads even more. Even watching this video back, I do have a decent amount of hip flexion as well, which just means I am getting my glute a little bit, which is really not, like, bad by any means. But I would just say, if you are trying to target quads, really think about the movement at the knee as opposed to the movement at the hip. Typically, movement at the hip is going to result in working the glutes more, and then that movement at the knee is going to target the quads more. So again, since this was my quad focused leg day, I think I want to focus on just continuing to really move my knee over my ankle and over my toe, but just really overall proud of these sets. I do think I could slow down a little bit and just kind of control the weight. Goal for next week. I think that was my first time doing 70s for Bulgarians. I'm gonna go back down to 60 now and go for probably 10 to 12 reps. I just did 8 with the 70s. I did have one of my clients ask me for Bulgarian split squats, if it's better to hold a dumbbell in each hand or to hold it the opposite of your working leg or the same side of your working leg. So I wanted to share that here because I think it's really helpful. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to preference and which one you can keep your balance with the best. I like to hold mine contralaterally, which means opposite arm as my working leg, so then I can have my other arm out to sort of help me stay balanced, stabilize me, so that I can really just focus on the working leg and not trying to like, oh shoot, I'm gonna lose my balance. Now someone else might hold a dumbbell in each hand and find that that's easier for them to balance with, so depends on the person. There are like small differences with, which muscles might get a little bit more activation, or your core might be activated a little bit differently depending on your loading pattern or preference. But in my opinion, those differences are so minor that I'd rather just go with the loading pattern that I feel most comfortable with. So hopefully that helps you guys. Okay, second leg day of the week is done. I'm gonna head home and start on my Thursday client check-ins, and then I do have to teach dance tonight, the strength and conditioning class that I teach. But I just wanted to say, For anyone out there who is like at the beginning of their fitness journey, or you're just in like a place right now where you might feel a little bit uncomfortable with your body, don't let that stop you from taking pictures, taking videos, wearing shorts, and just documenting this part of your journey. I know it can be hard. That's the place I'm in right now, is just kind of feeling uncomfortable with where I'm at, but I do think we need to appreciate the journey at each step. And that's just, for me, that is what helps get me through mentally. And I know it can be hard, so I'm not saying every day is like sunshine and rainbows, but I also like just want to document so that then I have something to compare to in the future. Not that I'm like, you know, working just to have the progress picture, but just being able to document the progress, I think, is really helpful. To see it visually and not just like based off your own memory or just one singular metric like scale weight, for example. I hope that helps someone out there. But anyway, we are gonna be moving in about 3 weeks now. There's like a top 5 things of things that I'm gonna miss about being here. I'll say in that top 5 is Meijer, the grocery store Meijer, and then this gym, which is Endurance Fitness in Kentwood. This gym is just like, has been such like a, I don't know, a saving grace for me, I guess. Like just with moving back home this past year, it has every piece of equipment that I could ever want or need. It's clean, the members are respectful of the space, and the owners really care about the space too, which that's always refreshing, so I'm really gonna miss it here. But if you're in Kentwood, Michigan, or just the Grand Rapids area in general and you're looking for a gym, highly recommend Endurance Fitness in Kentwood. No, I was not paid to say that. I am and was a paying member this entire year. I just truly love this place, and I hope that I can find something that compares to this gym the next place that I'm moving to. Today I feel like a true late 20-something because I am at somewhere like an aesthetics plastic surgery place just for a consultation, just for mainly some help just with my skin care. I did see a dermatologist this past summer, and I am on like an acne medication, and I use like a retinoid at night and things like that, but I just really want like smooth, perfect skin. And so I'm just here for consultation, for just to talk about like facials and I don't know, laser treatments possibly. And so we're gonna see how this goes. I have no idea what to expect. My best friend actually works here, and she has amazing skin, and I don't know. I've been just really curious about this for a while, so I'm excited to finally be meeting with someone to at least get more information and then see what we end up doing. Yeah, so I'll update you guys after. So I got some new skincare stuff from my esthetician. I'm super excited. In a couple weeks I'm going to be getting a hydrofacial, which will be like the day before we move, so really excited for that. I've never had any sort of facial or anything like that before. So, and then I have a whole new skincare routine basically that I'm going to try out. So this is the brand of the stuff I'm trying, and then as long as everything goes well, I'll get like the full-size products in a couple weeks. And then I got a new sunscreen I'll be using, Elastin skincare. I've never heard of any of these. These are like high quality medical grade stuff, so can't wait to see like where this takes my skin. All right, it's Friday night and I just got to the gym, about to train some upper body, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me a little bit through this workout so you guys can see kind of what like a typical upper body workout day looks like for me.
Drive a good time. Trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record, yeah. For the record, yeah. For the record, for the record. For the record. Been a little too nice to y'all. Now I gotta up price for y'all. Snake eyes on dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. Frozen. A6 all the hate. I won't get involved today. Got lost in the ball and age. I'm flipping the bars. I'm flipping the on record, off record. I still count wins when they doubt it. On record, off record. I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. On record, off record deals. Tell them talk to Colin for the quote. On record, off record. I still want the act, not the ghost. Running through it with the young influence. Adolescent presence. Also coming to it. I've been giving yeses when I shouldn't do it. I complete ejected with the moves elusive. And I'm barely moving, but I'm still gon' boost them. I can't work on winners when I know you're losing. So I work the winners and they throw the deuces. Guess I had to pivot, shooting no bazookas for the facts. I need racks, paper cash, fuck a tax. That's a joke, tell them laugh. Uncle Sam, fuck out the bag. Brody plot, but get a whack. Contract, give me the max. I got lab on my back. You ain't that, then it's raps. Whoa, 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 whoa. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, yeah. For the record.
Body workout. I can't even flex. I can't even do biceps. I can barely flex. This is my claim to fame. Is the bicep vein. Can you see it? I'm at shoulder vein, not bicep. So until I get on. With our move coming up so quickly, I think I've found myself starting to feel the stressors of it and just a little nervous for what might be ahead of us. This past year was definitely one of the hardest for different reasons, you know, moving back to my hometown, being back in my childhood home, but now with my husband and my dog. It was really hard to adjust, to be honest with you, and the whole reason for us moving home, I mean, the main reason was for us to buy a house. We actually put in 3 offers on houses and lost them all. So it was hard. A lot of, unexpected things happened this year. I think we both thought we would be in our own house by this point. So for it to be an entire year later and we're still living in my mom's house, it's just not what either of us really expected. But don't get me wrong, I'm super thankful that we were able to be here this past year. We were able to save money, and I just know when the time is right, we will find our house. And for now, I'm just trying to be okay with the unexpected and, not trying to predict how life may turn out, and just taking things as they come. And for someone who's type A and quite the planner, that's definitely difficult for me.
I'm recording.
Okay.
Let's start.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Put it on the camera. Benny, that is not nice. Stop. It's cold, but it is sunny. I'm not complaining. I'm so grateful for the sun today. It's Saturday, January 14th. I'm out for a walk right now because it's absolutely beautiful out here. I really believe winter would be so much more manageable if we had more sunny days like this. It's the clouds that just really gets to me mentally. The cold, like, yeah, and the snow, okay, but like the sun being out makes such a difference. And if you live somewhere that is chronically cloudy throughout the winter, like, you understand. But I want to give you guys a little bit of an update. Obviously, this is my Accountability-Me series. This year in general, but like especially just right now, is all about me being accountable to myself, because I realize that I have no problem being accountable to other people. If I have someone else telling me what to do, I will do it. I'm very obedient in that sense, but when it comes to just being accountable to myself, and if I set a goal for myself, I tend to just give myself a lot more leeway. And so this year and this series in general is just all about maintaining that accountability to myself. So I want to give you guys an update since we are now 2 weeks into January. Week 1, I was averaging about 152 grams of protein for the week, which is really solid. And I did get sick though the first week of January, but something I'm really proud of is that I still tracked my food even when I was sick. Normally, if I got sick, I would be like, you know, I'm sick, like just give myself like the freedom to not track, which is fine if that's, you know, what you want to do for yourself. It was more just like a sinus thing that was going on. It wasn't like I was like in the bed with like body aches and like throwing up, things like that. So it was still manageable for me to track, and so I'm really proud of myself for doing that still. I did only get, I think I got 3 strength training sessions in last week, and my steps were really low because I was resting so much. So I only averaged like, I think like 5,500 steps last week. So this week I have been much more active. My protein average right now is lower. Like I'm only at 142, not only, but 142 average when my goal is 150. So today I'm going to try to eat really high protein to get that up closer, bring my average up as close as I can to 150 for this week. My overall movement and my steps this week have also been so much higher than last week because, like I said, I was sick. So last week my average was like 5,000 or 5,500 something, and right now this week my steps are like 8,700 on average. So I think today I'm really going to shoot for like a higher step day and kind of end this week at around like a 9,000 step average for the week. So also have gotten in 4 strength training sessions, 2 lower body, 2 upper body. So I feel just really good about this second week of January. Right now I am really just kind of in more of like a maintenance phase in terms of my food. So I'm eating a little over 2,000 calories and aiming for 150 grams of protein each day. And then I'm going to start a deficit phase once we move. Oh, I just hit a mile. Once we move, because then I'll be all settled in and be like in a much better place to actually start a fat loss phase. So I will ramp up like cardio intensity, food will come down a little bit, and I'm just really excited. I haven't done like a really dedicated, solid fat loss phase in a while, so I'm excited just to see like what muscle I have built over this past, I don't know, year. So overall, I'm just really excited for the challenge of it. I know that I can do it. I have done it before and got super lean and shredded, but it has been some years since I was super shredded, you know, and could see like a lot of my muscle definition. So I just feel like I'm ready for the new challenge of it. And I would highly recommend, like, if you're someone, one second, there's like a loud, I'm kind of getting by the street, so it's getting loud. Okay, so I know the sun's behind me now, but hopefully you guys can see me. I was gonna say, you know, if you're someone who wants to go into a fat loss phase, I would highly recommend taking some time to first establish like a baseline. If you have no idea what you've been eating in the first place, like, you need to establish a baseline. It's just gonna make things a lot easier. You know, take some info, figure out how much you've been eating, how much protein you've been eating, how much movement you're getting first, and then you can like have a starting point to adjust from. So hopefully you found this helpful. I'm having so much fun with this series and just making YouTube videos again. So thank you guys for being here and supporting me and watching the videos. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, and find me on Instagram, find me on TikTok. And I'm excited to keep bringing you guys more videos this year. So if there's anything specific you guys want to see from me, let me know. But I do have plenty of ideas to hold me over for now. But I will see you guys in the next video.